really came up here talking about we begging for crumbs. I'm still stuck on this shit. My bad. I got two more people up here who wanted what you call it. Oh my nigga five, yo. This man really came up here talking about we begging for crumbs. Nigga, you got some motherfucking nerve. Nigga. Oh my god. These not NBAs, bro. My nigga Foul. What's good, Foul?
What's up, ZZ? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, bro.
What's up? What's up? Peace to the family, man. What's up, ZZ? You know I love you, and I'm a huge supporter. Everybody know I'm a modern chat. I'm gonna keep it real. Real, you know, I go on brass tacks. You know what I'm saying? I don't play these games with these people. You know what I'm saying? Let me just address this. The individual that just called ZZ, he already qualified himself as a tether, a op. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. In the first 30 seconds, ZZ. So this is what I'm saying to you and to all my B1 in the chat. When you identify a op, a tether, you eliminate them. You don't converse with them because it's non-constructive. Neely Fuller has taught us everything we do is either constructive or non-constructive. You see how just letting him talk and then the chat that got it got riled up, and then the brother that called in, he's speaking on what he said. You see, that's confusion. We don't need we have to eliminate that immediately. You know what I'm saying? Fact. As soon as it's absolutely.
Let myself get wrapped up in that bullshit. That's why
I'm listening to you. As soon as an individual jumps on your platform or our platform and they're talking opposition, they gotta go off bucks. Like if you're gonna waste no time with them. You know what I'm saying? I know how they moving. They're moving off of Memorandum 49, family. Look it up. National Security Council Memorandum number 49. That was the memorandum that these crackers wrote down, literally, to basically create a division between Africans in America and Africans in the diaspora. And they're here because they're running from the real NEGUSs and the real queens in their lands. So they coons running here, deflecting, talking this stupid shit, you know what I'm saying? And we don't have no time for that. No time for that. There's zero tolerance for that. You know what I'm saying? Zero, sis. So that's pretty much all I wanted to say. You know what I'm saying? B1, stay at family in the chat. Stay on code. Listen, family, every day is a school day. If you're not learning something in how to combat our opposition, which is white supremacy, in economics, education, entertainment, labor, law, politics, religion, sex, and war, if you're not learning something like that every day, then you're not doing shit. So stay on code, family. When we start to stay on code, it's just like osmosis. It's going to be a second nature. You see what I'm saying? So peace, ZZ. I love you. And yeah, you know where I'm at. You know, I'm in the city. And we need to link up.
Facts. Hit me, man.
You already know, man. Peace. I'm gonna go ahead back and moderate this chat.
As you should, brother.
Okay.
Right, man. Yeah, he right though, cause I peeped even the first thing. He right the first thing after when bro asked me, "Did you identify with Africans?" I'm like, "What the fuck you mean to identify with Africans?" Then he had to break it. I think he said it again. What did he say? He was like, "Yeah, you identify with like Jamaicans and Ethiopians and like what?" I'm like, "What the fuck is this nigga getting at? What the fuck do you mean? Are we getting nigga? We foundational black Americans, nigga. We black, nigga. That's a connection to Africa right there. These niggas are still black." I should have known. But even right there, that's what kind of triggered me though to listen to him. I'm like, what the fuck? This nigga ain't FBA. What the fuck is this nigga about this? I already know where he was going though. I didn't say I was lazy. Well, motherfucker, you might as well that and said we was fucking lazy. If you said we begging for crumbs, that's what was coming next. Your ass just ain't want to say it. They're trying to get caught up. Fuck out of here. Shit is crazy. My boy Jay Lethal. What's up, Jay Lethal?
What up, Z?
What's good, bro? What you got going on?
Shit, I was just watching, but then I saw I only called in, but the boy Five, he pretty much said what up, Five? He said everything I was gonna say pretty much to the point where it's like, you know, the dude, I heard what he had to say, you know. There might have been, here's the thing, Z. We have to start, okay, like this is what I wanna suggest to you, if I may. Um, get ready to be able, not saying that you can't, not saying that you can't already, but get ready to be able to debate. And I'm saying this with everything that Five said is 100% true. Sometimes we don't even have to engage in the conversation, but sometimes because you have a platform that's growing, right? Like for instance, I think MTR even asked you about the FBA thing, right?
Yeah, hear that. Yeah.
Right. So there's a lot of people genuinely confused, and there's also a lot of people genuinely in disagreement. And there's just a whole discussion that hasn't been had about this FBA or ADOS, or just the whole fact that we as Black Americans are finally standing up and identifying ourselves as our own group. That's making a whole splash. So what I'm
Yeah.
saying is, the brother that called in, I'm not going to sit here and say that he had 100% ill intentions. I do think he was kind of, he had a troll spirit. For one, he didn't
Definitely.
show it. You feel me? For one, he didn't show his face, so that's a strike off. For two, he obviously knows something about your stance, because he very passive aggressively told you what he knew about you already. Like, oh,
Right.
you not so as opposed to just be upfront and just be more open with his question. It's kind of like he came like a snake. So that's the way I
Yeah,
viewed it.
that's what I
You
ain't
feel
like.
me?
So what the fuck you mean you identify with Africans? Do you, what the fuck
Right,
are you talking about?
right. And to the brother, I just want to say this. Like, and I really, I'm not gonna take a long time. I just want to say this. Um, when you look on like Instagram or whatever, you might see people that have a flag in their bio, right? Like
Mm,
Jamaican flag, Puerto Rican flag, Belizean flag, and for nobody bats an eye when these people, these black people, albeit like I'm in Houston, they have a lot of Nigerian population in Houston.
mm.
Um, and in Houston, you see a lot of Nigerians, and they call themselves Niger. I don't know. Y'all can look this up. Naija.
I
Niger.
think
This
I
is
seen that
another
on
word.
Twitter or something before.
Yeah,
Seen
yeah.
that
It's a lot
before.
of, yeah. The Jamaican. I mean, the Nigerians are. I mean, I'm not speaking on all, but a lot of Jamaicans are very, very, very proud. A lot of Nigerians, yes, are very proud, and yes, that is where the word Akata comes from, Nigeria, coincidentally.
Yeah.
So we have to throw all that out there. So when we throw the fact that, like for instance, a Nigerian person comes to America, still has the Nigerian flag, still listens to Nigerian music, the Nigerian culture, calls himself a Niger boy or a Niger girl,
Mm,
right? And then is calling us Akata, but then you tell us passive aggressively that we shouldn't be divisive.
mm.
It's what it is it's really a victim blaming. I don't like to call ourselves a victim, but at the same time, like I said, we're the only ones who've been hoodwinked and bamboozled into not having an identity as Black Americans. I mean, clearly, like I
Right.
say, we're all Black, but it's just now, like even the dude who called before, who answered before, you asked him, was he a Black American? He said, yeah, I'm an African American. See, and that's another thing. We have to break out of that spell, the African American spell.
Yeah. Yeah.
You feel me? Because
Mm.
I don't know if you know who Charlize Theron is, but Charlize Theron, she's a white actress, and she's from South Africa. She moved to America, so now she is, guess what, an
African American.
African American.
Right. Right.
So I'm not calling myself that.
It's a trick
So
bag. Yeah.
right. So I think, ZZ, what it is this, and this is where I'm gonna end it. I want you to be more open to just listen to and it's not even entertaining it. What I want you to do is the same way he tried to trick you into slipping you up, because I saw it. I said he's gonna try to trick ZZ up. You need to be able to understand that that's the position that a lot of people are going to come from. So you trick them up. Like when I go on my live streams, I have trolls calling in and all this. I have a segment ready for trolls when they call in. I want them to challenge me on my narrative, because that's how strongly I feel about it. And so
Mm.
I know you spent a lot of time studying your narrative. So what I think will do the most justice is allow your narrative to be okay. Allow your narrative to be challenged. Okay, because guess what? A lot of people gonna ask you that. If it's not on this platform, it's when you get to 50,000 subscribers or you get to another platform. They say, "Hey, I heard you say something about the FBA. Explain that to me." I want you, ZZ, to be able to very elegantly articulate your sentiments without getting emotional. Because guess what? When you know the truth, we don't have to get emotional now. There is going to be emotion involved because it's a sensitive subject for us, and you're a
Yeah,
passionate
especially
person.
coming from the half. Like, but
I
don't come over
I
here
I
talking about
I
it's
get it.
disingenuous as hell. Yeah.
I get it. I get it. But like someone said in the chat, someone said when I was reading as the old dude was calling, he said, I don't know if it was a man or a woman, but somebody said in the chat, ZZ is. They said some word, not a good word about you, and they said because basically she wants money or she wants handouts, she wants benefits for something that she wasn't alive for. That's what somebody said in your chat. When you
Oh
read it back,
hell
you'll see
nah.
it. Now listen, but listen, exactly. That's egregious, right?
Yeah.
Egregious. But all you have to do is come up with an analogy or come up with a similar metaphor that they can understand. So what I would say is this, my last thing. So somebody who would say us wanting reparations is us wanting something that we weren't alive for, and that's not okay. Well, let me ask you this: if